So there's a new guy on a team. Their manager has tasked them with trekking 50 miles through remote wilderness to run some scripts on a Minecraft server that's running as a VM on his 2012 laptop. After 3 days against the elements, they finally make it to the secluded cabin with the laptop inside. They unlock it and pop in the flash drive with the scripts on it. They then sign into the VM but don't see the flash drive. They can see it on the host machine, but the VM's not picking it up. How are they going to get the USB drive connected to the VM before the cabin is ransacked by bears? Well, this is B from Talk Tech, and today I'm going to show you how to attach and detach a USB drive from a VM in Linux. I have a favor to ask. If you like this type of video or want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Also, don't forget to give this video a like if you like it, give the video a dislike if you didn't like it. Lastly, let me know what you liked, didn't like, or if you have any comments or questions down in the comments below. Let's do this thing. All right, so let me go ahead and actually show you what I'm talking about here. Say we're going to pretend that we're at the Minecraft server, or I should say the 2012 Dell laptop hosting the Minecraft server. So let's go ahead and we're on the actual physical laptop. We're going to go ahead and run lsusb. Actually, no, we're not going to run that one. We're going to run lsblk. All right, and there's a few disks on this system, but this one right here, SDB, is the actual USB drive. All right, now if we go over to the VM and run the same command, we don't see it here. We do have the host hard drive, which is this one right here, VDA, and we've got this other one right here, and we've got these loop devices as well, but none of those are the actual USB device. So that's the predicament that this new employee found themselves in. Is they're like, well, I can see it over here, but it's not coming over here. They were making the assumption that the USB drive is going to automatically mount itself to the or add itself and add and mount itself to the virtual machine, but that's not going to be the case. Now, I'm sure there should be ways for you to set that up to where that actually automatically happens. And if you had previously set it up with this USB drive, it more than likely will work, as long as none of the identifying information has changed. But, you know, this person doesn't know that. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to do what we're going to do in this video. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is go back over to the host system. We're going to run a clear, and then we're going to run lsusb. And what we're looking for is going to be the USB drive, which is this one right here, this Kingston Technology Company Inc. USB 3.0. All right, so we want to make sure that we have the correct device. Please, I cannot emphasize this enough. You want to make sure that you are looking at the correct device. It is so easy. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the Mac terminal. It's so easy. Oh, so easy to do is to grab the information for the wrong device, which I did this morning and like nearly bombed my server because I grabbed it for another device that just completely killed my networking. And I was like, oh, okay. So I spent an hour trying to fix that, and that was a lot of fun. Which, I actually don't mind doing that, but it's just like, holy crap, man. Like luckily I know what I'm doing, or I would have been completely lost. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it did cross my mind that I might have to go ahead and nuke the whole system, but luckily I was able to go ahead and figure it out. So again, I cannot emphasize that enough. Please make sure you are getting the correct drive. Now, the information that we're looking for specifically that we're going to be using in our command is information from these first two, the bus and the device itself. That's how we're going to identify it from the host machine. So, all right. So just remember, we all make mistakes. So if you end up, grabbing the wrong device, don't beat yourself up. Because remember, one thing that I always tell myself and kind of laugh about is just remember, anytime there's a pretty catastrophic mistake, it's always the human. At least for now. You know, till our AI overlords take over. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the command itself. So the command that we're going to be using today is we got to make sure we run this as either root or sudo. We're going to do sudo virt XML. We're going to do tac add tac device. And then what we'll do, and you know what, I almost forgot something here. We got to actually put the VM name here. All right, and then we're going to put add device. Now we're going to go tac update. And then we're going to do tac host dev. There's no hyphen on this one. And then we're going to do 002.003. I'll give it a second here. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and go over what this command is telling the system to do. Now, virtu-xml is basically what we're doing is we're updating the XML file of this virtual machine for Ubuntu server, and we're saying, hey XML file, go ahead and add a device to this running VM. The add device is going to add the device to the file. The update right here is going to it's signifying that, hey, I know you're running, but we need to go ahead and connect this anyway. So keep in mind that the update is going to be needed if the VM is running. If it's not running, then you don't need the update. And then the last thing is going to be the host device or host dev. And again, this is how we're identifying it. You just do the bus number plus the device number. And that's it. That's how it's going to identify it. It's going to know exactly which one it is. Then go ahead and hit enter. We're going to put in our password here. All right, perfect. Hot plug successful. All right, so now let's go over here and we're going to run the same command again. And voila. It's right there. Cool, right? All right, now the next thing that we want to go ahead and do is now remove that same device. And the removal command is very similar. The only thing that we're going to change here is we're going to change add to remove. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hit enter. All right, perfect. And it says device. And if you notice in both of them, it says hot plug successful and hot plug successful because hot plugging means that you're plugging this device into a running VM. All right, so let's go ahead and go back over to our Ubuntu server VM, run lsblk1 last time, and we can now see that SDA, which was the USB drive, is now gone. Pretty cool, right? And it's easy. That's what I love about adding and taking away devices from machines is usually it's a pretty simple process. It's a lot less intimidating than you think it's going to be. So, all right, well, this will apply to both Red Hat Enterprise Linux and Ubuntu-based distributions. I do plan on bringing more virtualization videos in the future, so make sure you are subscribed to not miss those. All right, check out the other videos in the series or this other video from my channel if you've already checked out the other videos. And thank you for watching my video and have the greatest of days.